That wasn't very clever.
About something else instead.
I'd better keep out.
And we are back. So, in the old camp, the music seems to have stopped, and that's a little concerning. Oh, there it goes. So the music in this game is one of the cooler things. The composer Kai Rosenkranz, I feel, did a really good job with setting good ambiance, good atmosphere. Like, there's not a lot of catchy melodies to the tunes, but they just feel right. They set a good tone and really complement the adventure. So here we have a bunch of generic NPCs, and we can talk to them.
Hi. What do you want?
But for the most part, they just give us generic dialogue.
What can you tell me about the camp?
I guess the most interesting part of it is the marketplace. If you're looking for anything in particular, that's the place to go. It's the place under the large roof, south of the outer ring.
I want to be a shadow.
I want to be a shadow.
Oh. Have you talked to Diego yet?
Kind of. Not really. Not this time.
Not yet.
Then do so. You'll find him at the entrance to the castle.
Alright, sure. Let's do that. There's Diego chatting with some random shadow. Hey, Diego. This is kind of a weird dialogue. I thought there would have been a hello.
Tell me something about the old camp.
It's the biggest and most powerful of the three camps. Gomez and his guys control the camp and thereby the whole ore trade. Once a month, the king sends us everything we need. We've got the old guy in our grip, you understand? He sends us wine, bread, meat, weapons, everything. You can also get some of it. All you have to do is join Gomez's people.
What about the two other camps?
The two other camps split up to pursue their crazy escape plans. There's the new camp in the west of the colony, where the mages think they can just detonate the barrier as soon as they've scraped enough ore together. And then there's the sect loonies in the east. Their camp is in the middle of the swamp, and they're praying to their idol to set them free. He hasn't responded so far. If I were you, I wouldn't waste my time on those madcaps.
Madcaps.
Tell me more about the barrier.
There isn't much to tell. It's impenetrable.
What happens if I just walk out of here?
The last one who tried that reached the other side a dead man. This damn barrier lets you in, but you'll never get out of here.
If there's a way out, I'll find it.
You're already in a rush to get out of here? But you've only just arrived.
Take care.
I feel like there should have been
Take care.
more dialogue. Let's talk to Thoris.
You don't look as though you'd just let anyone get into the castle.
Only Gomez's men are allowed in the castle.
If I gave you a certain amount of ore, would you let me in the castle?
For a certain amount.
How much?
Well, it'd have to take a while to count the ore. Long enough to make sure me and my boys are busy counting while you slip by.
So tell me,
That was
how
weird.
much?
1,000
Okay,
nuggets should
here
be
comes the
enough.
rain. Let's see.
1,000 nuggets?
Well, you could join up with Gomez. That'd get you in the castle for free.
A 1,000. Well, obviously I don't have 1,000. but
I
let's
have the
click it
1,000
and
nuggets of
see.
ore. Now let me go in.
Don't try and trick me, kid. You don't have 1,000 nuggets of ore.
Yeah, that's accurate. Diego told me not to mention that I have the letter to the High Mage, so let's not do that.
I want to work for Gomez.
Oh, yeah? And what makes you think Gomez will be interested in having you work for him?
Diego says you decide who Gomez is interested in.
Huh? If Diego thinks you're okay, why doesn't he take care of you? Look, let me explain. Diego's gonna test you. If he thinks you're good enough, I'll let you into the castle to see Gomez. Whatever happens after that is up to you, okay?
I'll talk to Diego. Why don't you give me the test?
It ain't that easy, kid. Any newcomer who wants to get anywhere needs a patron. That patron has to be one of Gomez's people. He'll test you. And if you fail, you're his responsibility. That's the law around here.
There must be something you want done.
No. The things we guards deal with are a bit above you, kid. You just stick to the tasks your patron sets for you.
I'm quite capable of doing anything you tell me to.
Oh, so you're intent on failing, eh? There is one thing that only someone who's not with Gomez can see to. But I'm warning you, you blow this and you'll be in mighty big trouble.
Let's do it.
I'm ready for your task.
What I'm about to tell you is between you and me, and nobody else must ever hear about it. Understood?
Sure.
We have a problem with a guy from the new camp. His name's Mordrag. He's been stealing from the ore barons. Of course, that applies to a lot of the rogues in the new camp. But this guy has the nerve to come to our camp and sell our stolen goods to our boys. He's gone too far. But he knows I can't do anything about it.
Why?
Because he's under the protection of the mages.
Sounds to me like the mages are your problem.
Yeah, but they're a problem that's hard to solve. A few years back, one of the shadows tried to stab the High Magician of the Circle of Fire while he was sleeping. They found him later in the Outer Ring. In fact, he was scattered all over the Outer Ring.
Why do the mages protect that Mordrag?
Because they use him as a gopher. Our local mages are in contact with the mages over in the new camp. They often send gophers back and forth. They're likely to become very unpleasant if I throw one of their gophers out of the camp or have him killed.
What about me? What do you think the mages will do to me?
You're new here. You'll be okay. But I'm responsible for what my boys do. That's why it's vital that you keep your mouth shut.
Where can I find Mordrag?
You'll find him at the south gate on the other side of the castle, just beyond the entrance. The bastard wouldn't dare come any further into the camp.
Do you want me to kill the guy?
I want you to make sure I never see his face around here again. I don't care how you do it.
I'll take care of it. Where can I find Mordrag?
You'll find him at the south gate on the other side of the castle, just beyond the entrance. The bastard wouldn't dare come any further into the camp.
I'll take care of it.
Alright, so it's now raining, and in the updated graphics mods, this looks a little bit more intense than I remember it being. And again, I read comments on forums and things that the rain kind of screws up DirectX 11 a bit, and it can make saving and loading a bit glitchy, so I'm a bit nervous. And I was about to test it, but it seems like it's stopping. So let's just go ahead and save into a separate save file. I'll go Nick1 old camp. And let's just try to load that just as a test. Alright, it seemed to work. There's a bit of a laggy delay there, but I think we're good. So now let's see if we can talk to Diego. There we go.
I've talked to Thoris.
And what did he say?
He says that I can join the old camp if you think that I'm good enough.
Looks like I have myself a new job.
Do we start right now?
First, there are a few things you should know.
Okay.
What do I have to know to be accepted in the old camp?
If you want to join the camp, you'll have to earn some brownie points. There are a few influential people in the outer ring. Most of them are shadows. If you manage to impress them, it'll earn you a few brownie points. Then you'll have to stand the test of faith. Besides, there are a lot of skills every new arrival has to learn. The more you learn, the more valuable you'll be for us.
Where do I find the important people?
Well, you're looking at one of them. Then there's Thoris. You already know him. As for the others, you'll have to find that out by yourself. If you don't manage to do that, you don't belong here anyway. Just go through the outer ring and talk to people. Then you'll find out who's important.
Who can teach me?
Start with Fingers. He's the most skillful among us. If you keep your eyes peeled, you'll find other people who can teach you.
Where can I find Fingers?
His hut's kind of hidden. It's next to the castle wall. Just start out here and go towards the arena. When you're at the castle gate, go down to the left and you'll be heading for the arena.
What's the test of faith?
You have to go to the old mine. There you'll meet a guy called Ian. He'll give you a list. This list is important. It contains all the items the guys in the mine need from us. They'll get the stuff with the next convoy.
No problem.
Yes, there is a problem. The new camp must not get that list. Like I said, the list is important. If you do it right, you'll get much further.
If the list is so important, why should Ian give it to me?
Because you're going to tell him Diego sent you.
I'll tell him.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
Where can I find the old mine?
Go to Graham. He's a cartographer. Tell him that I sent you and that you need a map. It'll show you the way to the mine. He lives to the left of the north gate.
Can you teach me something?
Yes, I can teach you to improve your dexterity or your strength.
So once again, need skill points that I don't have. So we're gonna
Come back soon. There are many things you need to learn.
ignore that and keep going. I know that I have 0 esteem, but let's just see.
What about my esteem within the camp?
I've talked to a few people.
And?
The business with Mordrag is really quite a job. He's not bad as a warrior. You should exercise if you really want to defeat him. Get on with it. There are still many things to do if you want to get anywhere here in the camp.
Didn't Thoris say not to tell anyone about Mordrag? That no one else could hear about it? How does Diego know? I mean, I guess...
Take care.
I guess Diego's an influential guy and he just figures things out. This guy looks like a fun guy. Nope. Okay, we're good. Just normal guards. Ooh.
I want to join the guards.
Then you have a long way ahead, boy.
That's all? Alright, fine. So, let's go talk to Graham. Oh, we got Bal Taran. Let's talk to him first, actually. He's smoking. Smoking the J. Thank you.
I'm new here. Who are you?
I am Bal Taran of the Brotherhood of the Sleeper.
What is the Brotherhood of the Sleeper?
We're a community of believers in a new faith. Our camp is situated in the east, in the swamp. I've come to preach the words of the Sleeper to strangers like you.
Who is the Sleeper?
The Sleeper is our Redeemer. He disclosed himself 5 years ago through Iberian, our master. Since then, we have renounced the 3 gods. And you should do so as well. The gods just stood by and watched while we were exiled to this prison. But the Sleeper will lead us to freedom.
How do I get to the Brotherhood's camp?
I'm busy, but Baal Parvez should be somewhere in this camp as well. He's near the marketplace,
busy smoking.
on the other side of the castle. I believe he's even got his own hut there.
I guess let's just keep asking about the sleeper.
Tell me about the sleeper's teachings.
The Sleeper is a powerful being, maybe even more powerful than Innos, the god of light. He is with us in spirit, but his power is still limited. He has been sleeping for 1,000 years, but now the moment of his awakening is near. He has chosen us to be witnesses to his awakening and to spread his word. So listen, all those who join the Sleeper will have immortal souls, but those who are against him will be punished. But the Sleeper is compassionate and sends proof of his might to all who doubt him.
How does your god prove his might?
He speaks to us through visions. Whoever hears his voice no longer doubts his might. If you take the weed which grows in the swamp, you will be close to the Sleeper and able to hear him. Some people even see images.
I see. What will the way to freedom look like?
We are preparing a great invocation of the Sleeper, in which all novices create the contact together. In this invocation, the Sleeper will reveal the path to freedom.
I need to get into the castle. Can you help me?
I fear I cannot, brother. The only ones among us who may enter the castle are those who supply the weed to Gomez. We gather swamp weed and sell part of it to the old camp in exchange for goods from the outside world. If you were one of the couriers working for Kor Kalom, you could get into the castle. But for that, you would need to be one of us. What do you want to do in the castle anyway?
Again, that's where Diego told me not to tell anyone, but I feel like I can trust this guy.
I have a letter for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
Oh, and where did you get that from? The mages gave you that before they threw you in here, right? You're stupid to tell people about it. But don't worry, I won't tell anybody. But do yourself a favor, and don't tell anybody else about it either. The people here might slit anybody's throat for a thing like that. Most people would love to earn the reward you get for a message from the outside world.
Alright. Thank you. I think I'm gonna be, yep.
Hey, you!
Are you talking to me?
I'm warning you, people like you can get into trouble awfully quick round here. And most of the guys they chuck in here are bastards. They think they can do what they like to you, but we won't allow that. Gomez wants some peace in the camp, and we guards make sure he gets it, but it's a job that doesn't come cheap. That's why I'm asking you for some ore. Look on it as a kind of token of friendship. You help us, and we'll help you. If you get in trouble, we'll be there for you.
Is that a threat?
On the contrary, it's an offer of friendship.
I ain't paying that.
You mean you want me to pay protection money? No thanks. I can take care of myself.
Have it your own way, kid. You'll soon regret turning down a friendly offer.
See ya.
Take care of yourself, kid.
Alright, continuing on. I think Graham is in here. Yep. Oh, let's get a better camera angle. Oh, now this looks off a little awkwardly close.
Hi, I'm new here.
I'm Graham. I draw maps. I haven't seen you here before. What do you want?
Diego sent me. He asked you to give me a map with a route to the old mine.
No problem. For you, only 20 ore.
Hold on. Diego said you should give me the map, not that you should sell it to me.
But I'm not interested. Have you any idea how difficult it is to make a map like this? 20 is my special price for friends of Diego. Usually I take 50.
And of course I don't have that money and I don't feel like starting a fight, so...
I'll return. I'd like to buy a map.
Sure. What are you thinking of? The more you can see on a map, the more expensive it is.
Alright, so this is an inventory window. Map of the colony, that would be nice to have. The texture rotating on the bottom is a little flickery and glitched out, but whatever. A sketch, that's amusing. I can't afford any of this right now, though. Map to the old mine. Now, if I buy this in dialogue, it's, what did he say, 20? Now it shows 30. Overview of the old camp. I don't need any of this, so we're gonna X out of that. Well, I do need that map to the old mine, but I can't afford it, so... Let's look at the quest log. So... Current mission... admission to the old camp. Could impress important people, and so on. Thoris has the thing to get more drag out. Test of Faith is to get the list from the old camp, or the old mine. And we also have a mission to the swamp camp. So, I guess this is a good point to talk about, like, the faction system. So, the game being set in a magically sealed prison colony, the folks have split into 3 different camps, and those are kind of like a faction system. So you have to join one of the 3 factions in order to advance the story. It's a semi-open world in the sense that it's technically open world. You can go pretty much anywhere at any time, but there's a linear main story to follow, and you simply will not progress the game without joining a faction and advancing those quests. So right now we are in chapter 1, and our goal is to join a faction. So we have the choice of the old camp, which is where I am, and this is the original camp, which is based around mining ore to sell and exchange with the king. And then we have the new camp, who broke off from this group to mine their own set of ore, which they're going to use in an
Hey, you! Aren't you the guy who wants to join the camp?
What if I am?
I could help you.
And how?
There are 2 guys sitting around outside the camp. One of them has stolen something from the ore barons. It's a precious amulet, which should have arrived with the last convoy. One of them should still be in possession of the amulet. If we attack them together, we should manage. I couldn't do it on my own. What do you say?
Like I was saying, there's a new camp that is mining their own ore, and they're going to use it to try to blow up the barrier and make a huge mound of ore and use magic to blow it up and try to bring down the barrier and free everyone. And then there's this sect camp in the swamp who smokes a lot of weed and is praying to a god known as the Sleeper, who they believe will bring them to freedom. So this guy here is trying to get me to go fight some dudes outside the camp for an amulet.
What will happen when we have the amulet?
That's an easy one. I'll return it and get the reward. I'll tell him you helped me. Then you'll be in Gomez's good books for sure.
Yeah, sure.
No, it's either 50-50 or you can do it on your own.
Okay, 50-50. I suppose it'll be enough for the 2 of us anyway. So, can I count on you?
Count me in.
All right, just tell me when we can start.
Well, we'll come back to that later. I don't feel like doing that right now. Let's just chat.
What's life like here?
Easy going. As long as you pay your share of protection money to the guards.
What do I have to do if I want to get admitted to this camp?
Well, first of all, you have to become a shadow. Therefore, you have to find somebody who supports you, somebody who explains everything to you and takes responsibility for you. If I was you, I'd try to keep close to Diego. I did it like that. He's quite all right. He'll make you take the test of faith. That's different from everybody. Then there'll be some other smaller tasks from other shadows. If you manage them, you'll be with us.
And how far have you got with your tests?
I've already talked to Dexter and Sly and Fingers. They are some of the most influential shadows here in the camp.
What was your test of faith?
I can't tell you, man. You have to be silent about things like that here.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, that's one more quest that we have. I thought it was in the quest log, but I guess not. Let's check, how much XP? We got 400 XP, we need 100 more to level up. So I want to get that level up so I can start getting some skills. Let's head on this way and meet one of the best NPCs in all of gaming history. Mud!
Hey man, new here? I haven't seen you before. I'll join you for a while, if you don't mind. I'm sure you'll need a friend.
Why not?
Why not come along?
Great! We can talk while we're going.
Yeah, let's... Oh.
Tell me, where are we going? Or is it supposed to be a surprise? I like surprises.
Yeah, I bet you do. Alright, let's continue. Hey, Snaff, where'd you go? Snaff. I want to talk to you, Snaff. Snaff, what are you doing? Oh god.
Don't pay attention to me. I'll stay with you, don't worry.
I feel like Snaff is glitched. I should be able to talk to him, but he's walking into a wall. So I'm gonna go sleep in a bed and see if that fixes it. That's really unfortunate if he is glitched, because... Alright, so when we sleep in a bed, we can sleep till various times a day. Let's just go till next morning. And when we sleep, it restores health and mana. Very nice. And here's our buddy Mud.
Don't you have any plan of where you want to go?
Well, kind of. Yeah, I want to go talk to Mud. Or, sorry, I don't want to talk to Mud. I want to talk to Snaff. See, Mud is so pervasive that I'm already thinking about him. Snaff. I think he's got to finish stirring, and here we go. Cool.
How's things?
Not bad. If you can cook well, you have many friends here. Would you like some of my rice stew?
Thanks.
You could do me a favor.
Sure. What is it?
What can I do for you?
You must be used to good food. I have a new recipe. Meat bug ragu a la Snaff with rice and mushrooms. You can have as much as you want, but I still need 3 meat bugs and some hell mushrooms. 5 should be enough.
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
Then go and see you get me the things. The last one I sent just hasn't come back. Must have deserted to the new camp.
Who was the guy you sent?
Who was the guy you sent before me?
His name was Neck. He was pretty discontented here. I think he's in the new camp now. I sent him to collect mushrooms, but he didn't come back.
Yeah, that happens.
Where can I find meat bugs?
Everywhere where there's garbage laying around. You should be able to find some at the deserted huts near the castle wall. Don't get confused by their ugly looks. Once cooked, they are tasty.
Where can I find hell mushrooms?
If you leave through the south gate, that's the collapsed tower. You'll see a plain directly in front of you. There's mushrooms growing there.
Alright. This is a pretty easy quest to focus on, so let's do that. Actually, let's talk to this guy while we're here. This guy's important. Oh, we're gonna talk to Mud first.
Are you looking for a quiet place where we can talk for a bit or something?
Yeah, this dark corner is actually a great place for that.
I want to become a shadow.
So?
Can you help me?
I wouldn't know how.
I'm looking for somebody to teach me something.
Why have you come to me?
Diego sent me.
You should have said that before. If you want to join the camp, it's an advantage to be a good fighter or thief. If the influential shadows in this camp test you, they'll give you tasks you'd better not get caught doing. That's why the way of the thief would be a good start to you. Incidentally, I'm the best thief in the whole of the old camp.
What can you teach me?
And that depends on what you want to know.
And once again, we need a lot of skill points.
I want to learn how to sneak around.
Why is the dialogue cutting in so
that
quickly?
I'm one of the best thieves they ever chucked into this colony. But when it comes to teaching how to sneak around, Cavalorn is the better man for you.
Alright. I'm gonna exit out of here because this dialogue is getting wonky.
Is it possible we're walking in circles? I mean, I don't know where you want to go.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and start a new save. Let's go ahead and load into that save.
This is real fun. Thanks for taking me with you. We could do that more often. There's loads of more time left today.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk to Fingers again.
Where can I find Cavalorn?
He's hunting out in the wild. You'll find him at the path to the new camp. Westwards of the old camp, there's a wide canyon. In this canyon, there's an old woodcutter's hut. You'll find him there.
You wouldn't speak up for me in front of Diego, would you?
Why
If you
is the dialogue
demonstrate that
doing
you've
that?
learned something as a thief, we could make use of you. Learn a thief's skill. You need to become more skilled in sneaking around, pickpocketing, or opening locks. Then you'll have my vote.
I've gotten used to you already. We'll have much fun together. I'm sure of that, aren't you? Where do you sleep anyway?
Where do you sleep?
You can come to my place, no
No,
problem.
that's fine. I don't want to sleep with you. And we'll just keep on rolling. So this is the arena. There's a couple people we can talk to here, but I don't want to do any of that just yet. Let's go ahead and just do a save. Save all the time. Save now, save often. Meat bugs. So let's pop some meat bugs for Snaff. Hey, what the hell? God, I'm struggling. Oh dear, I almost attacked Mud.
Why'd they put you in here anyway? Do you like animals as well? They're not into that one bit. That's why they locked me in here.
Yeah, he's talking about bestiality. He bangs animals. Come on, meat bug.
Put that thing down.
Why can I not hit this meat bug?
Okay, you asked for
Oh
it.
god, this guy's gonna attack me. I just want to kill the stupid meat bug. There we go. Jeez. Okay, that was too much effort. And now the dialogue is not happening. He's talking to me, but he's not actually talking. So oh god, this guy's gonna kill me. Yeah, so
Damn.
wow.
No ore.
So that's what happens when you have your weapon out around other people. They get defensive and fight back. And now I fear that my save is not loading. So this might be a good spot to call it quits and get back to you a little later.